Alrighty then. So CIG has decided to release this patch 10:30 at night, Eastern Standard Time, August 28th, 2004. It's odd. So let's see. So we are gonna see. I fucking mean that. And yes, 20-year-old Star Wars music is better than your entire fucking soundtrack. About Imperium Games. You know, I still think Star Wars Galaxies is a superior game. That's just my opinion, though. It's a real goddamn shame that, Sony, canceled or stopped supporting Star Wars Galaxies because I truly think that there was a formula with that game that did win, right? It wasn't only up until Blizzard decided to release Classic WoW, which kind of, should have sent a red flag to everyone going, hey, wait a minute, like, why is it okay for Blizzard to release Classic WoW? And then no one bat a fucking eye at the fact that, they could have had a server branch for old school Star Wars Galaxies and then have a server branch for after the jump to light speed or whatever the fuck. The patch that essentially made everyone into a Jedi. Yes. Everyone being a Jedi. Mm. I hope everyone in the flight community can appreciate that fucking joke. So, take a look here. So as they advertised, the paper doll is not working, right? So I'm assuming that this is your stupid kiosk. So now you can access your inventory freely, which is this is ideal. So we want to go to Undersuits first. So the inventory screen is a lot cleaner, so that's good. Oh, what masquerade mask should I wear today? Oh, you know what? I'll just go full Xenothreat, because why the fuck not? Or, again, this is it's already a good quality of life feature to have everything kind of, neatly organized on your screen here for a change instead of it all being like massive icons, for example. But I would like to see a zoom function or something, just in case people have a hard time seeing what they're looking at, because it is kind of you have to squint a little bit. Especially when you still have bugs like this. And of course, there's the fact that there are some of these. Here they are, right? See, if I had to lean into my computer monitor to be able to see the fact that these are not the same gray arms, right? And these are the Xenothreat. As you can see, that the model is clearly not the same as here. So, I guess baby steps. Small little complaint, nothing serious. But for those of us that are the loot lords here, some of these icons are just tiny. Ah, here they are.
Now, could you imagine? Now, could you imagine having to sit here and do this for fucking for 45 minutes with a system where you have to manually like load it in and like open the shelf and stuff? Like, could you guys imagine? Could you guys imagine? Right. So for all of you white knights in the community that are mad at us for our negative critical feedback on this matter, go fuck yourselves. So let's take a look here. Pistol icons are fixed, which is nice. We'll just throw one of those on there. Go to our primary tab here. Now, I think this could be better. So, I mean, this is by primary. I'm already sorting it by primary. Like, all these icons are just out of whack. So, again, baby steps. There are some positives here, but clearly I'm gonna be pointing out bullshit when I see it. Now, it's not so much like, oh, I'm just gonna nitpick this one fucking thing because I'm an asshole. No. No. You people need to understand that there's a difference between people that are nitpicking shit, right? And then just observing what they're playing, right? Like, this is what I'm observing, right? This is what I'm playing right now. So, if you have a different opinion, I mean, fine, whatever, it's your opinion, right? But you can see what's in front of you right now. So let's go to attachments. It is running I guess when the shaders get done loading, it'll start being smooth. One would hope. There's a reason I'm recording myself doing this, because I just want to like showcase to everyone that I'm not like pussyfooting around right now. I'm actually looking for the attachments that I want to put on my gun. It's just that they're so disorganized, and some of the icons are not really don't really represent. Here we go. A little bit of a difference there. You can get some laser pointers on there just for the flag factor here. Now, this is something I normally, I usually put a 3x3 or 3 times on my grenade launcher just for a decent crosshair. I don't like the flip up on it. That's just personal preference, though. Okay, so now we go to utility. All right. Now, this is the part where, I mean, again, people have their opinion on, what a multi-tool, should be in the game and how they don't want it to change and all this stuff like that. But guys, look, like I'm fixing to show y'all how long it takes to do this, right? So you get your multi-tool on, right? And of course you put your tractor beam tool on there first, because that's one that matters. Then you're gonna need your cutter, right? Then you're gonna need your mining tool, right? I'm gonna put that in there just because you don't need it, but whatever. Then you're gonna need your little salvaging piece, right? And let's see, did I miss anything? I'm pretty sure I did. Oh, you always bring extra tractor attachments, right? Because you never know when the shit's gonna despawn out of your handgun or whatever when you're trying to put it in there, right? So always have extra tractor beam attachments. So there you go. That's 30%, and it really isn't really 30% honestly. But let's go to the ammo tab here, right? I mean, you can sit here and pretend that you don't have to have extra attachments in case something happens, right? But that's still 30% of your core armor inventory space that's taken up from the fact that you have to have attachments for this tractor beam gun. And one of which really doesn't work, and hasn't worked for, I don't know, oh my god, I don't remember how long. I think when that came in, that's like the very first introduction of a medical item. Like this is pre-med gun technology. And when I tried to use it when I first got back into the game years ago, I didn't realize it was hurting people. And that was not intentional. Okay, so now we're going to go to the other tab. Yeah, it's going to take a hot minute. Let that populate. So I still got Dolby and I can't sell. I've got gold tickets here that I never gave out to my friends. So when they do sell the F8 again, and anyone in Renegade, only Renegade, right? And you have to be a member for Renegade for at least 6 months in order to have access to one of these golden tickets. So there's only 4 of them, and if anyone in the org doesn't have an F8 yet, you better come talk to your commander. Make sure you can get yours. It looks like a lot of the stuff did pull over. I'm not really seeing anything missing here. So the Quadracel's still there. I got all these torpedoes that I just don't use anymore because I sold all those shit. 84 ballistic Gatlings. This is the best part about a server wipe or a new patch, is like all the stuff from across the galaxy that you've you know, or Stanton, that you've acquired all ends up back into your hangar here. So yeah. Really shouldn't even be looking at this terminal because I need to go to the hangar. But yes, let's see. Yeah. A whole lot of DACA. Oh yes. So I heard that the cannons were supposed to be changed this patch, right? But apparently cannons are still overpowered, so we'll be using cannons for the foreseeable future. Okay, so 12 minutes. So I wouldn't say 12 minutes. I would say around it was like 10 minutes or so to get fully kitted, right? Alright, so let's go buy some ammo. Just to see. Yep, the inventory system is not working everywhere. Again, I'm pretty satisfied right now with the fact that they made it less ridiculous. It already takes a while. So, like, this is why a lot of us in the community are like, you know, we need mannequins, you know, we need gun racks in the hangar, we need all this fucking shit, right? You know, because... And then, of course, being able to fucking spawn in our personal hangars, too. That'd be goddamn fantastic, right? So we don't even have to deal with all this nonsense unless we want to ride the train back to town, right? You know, that's just me, though. So let's buy some ammo. Okay, still got my money, so things are already looking good. It's not as doom and gloom as I thought it was gonna be.
Smart buy.
We'll go ahead and just buy a couple of those. Grab a couple of these oxy pens, and I'll explain why you always have oxy pens. You always want to have a couple of tiger claws as well, because these are important. A lot of players, they undervalue. I see a lot of people, in my opinion, they undervalue the game. Like, they undervalue, like, the other aspects of the game, right? Because there are clearly, you know, things about the game that they don't explore because they're afraid of the social consequences that come along with them. And to a degree, I can understand why players, you know, some of them rather don't go down our thought process or our path as, you know, the type of players that I guess you would like some of you would label me, or, you know, whatever. But what I'm trying to get at is if you explore these elements of the game a little bit more and just have knowledge of them, it's not so much like, oh god, they're already out of FS9 ammo. Oh, every single patch. That's fine. I'll just go find somewhere else to get more. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yes. So, it's not about like making people play the game that some people want you to play it as. All right, they're like, there are players that want you to be super aggressive, right? There are players that want you to just be like, this is the main gameplay loop. But the problem is that everyone's trying to dominate each other on what the superior gameplay loop is, right? And right now, because of CIG and their mismanagement, they've thrown all the gameplay loops into Stanton, okay? Which in turn has caused players to misdefine, not be able to properly define the space that which we are in, right? So we'll go with y'all's mentality, right? And say it's low security space, right? Well, within this low security space, there are comm arrays. And these comm arrays are the mechanism that dictate whether or not you can have crime stat applied to you, right? And whatever faction, if you will, or corporate entity is within these comm array ranges, that is how they enforce security. All right? So, I'm not trying to make predictions for Stanton. I'm just trying to tell you all how it is right now. But given the way that system operates now, I predict IMO that it's going to be somewhat of a copy-paste system for Pyro, but the gangs are going to be in control of the comm arrays. Or I could be wrong about that, and there's no comm arrays in the system at all, which would beg one to question how would a gang be able to associate reputation loss or gain without the aid of a comm array system? What, are they psychic? Do they just fucking, randomly, just, oh, I killed this NPC over here, so therefore they automatically know, without any type of fucking logistical communication system, that, Defano Starblazer murdered an entire village of overlords, for example, right? like how the fuck would the overlords know to give me bad credit unless there's some type of way to track it, is what I'm trying to get at, right? So, in order for these systems in Stanton to work, you have to have some type of tracking system for your actions, and it would apply for Pyro as well. See, guys, this is why I have more of an insight on the game than you do. You don't understand that there's a certain underlying way that things work, right? And there's a reason why in the past we used a lot of Bob Ross memes, right? Because it doesn't matter how you paint something, right? All the colors are still the same, right? You can blend colors. You can create different shades, and you can, create different images and distortions and really neat shadows and shit, right? But at the end of the day, it's still the same color palette. And it's the same thing with coding as well. So, anyway, that all being said, let's go take a look at the fucking, other stuff around here. Let's see, what is there? I don't need to go to... Well, maybe I can get FS9 ammo up there.
That's the thing is that when you buy the ammo and stuff now, you got to go back to a kiosk and put it on, right? Just open your inventory right there. Okay, let's type in FS9 buy. Yes, of course. This is, look at how lazy you fucking monkeys are. Alright. Alright, where else should I go? Let's see. I don't need the trade terminal. I don't need to go to dumpers. I don't need to go over there. I can get food at the Star Pillar. That's what I need next. Oh yes, medical.
Hi. Thanks for coming in.
Okay. Game. Alright.
The terminal over there has a few more items than what's on display.
Baby steps, Stefanos, baby
Good
steps.
purchase.
Get mad, just slow down. The game is banned.
Hey, back again, I see. Welcome.
You're too slow.
Nice choice.
See? Too fast. Game does not like it when you do that. Alright, we're gonna buy 10 of these. Yeah, that's... You already got like a shit ton of this. See, like if these don't work, then why the fuck are they in the list? And then here's another part as well, right?
I think you're going to be happy with that.
So yeah, we like the medical gun, as you're gonna see, like, you know, or the, sorry, not the medical gun, sorry, the utility gun. Of all the things, needs to be reworked, like, really bad. What? Okay, there we go. So, let's see. We want utility. So, we want to put a Tiger Claw on our number 4 slot. We want to put an extra one on our legs. Medical gun. And then 1, 2, 3. Stack 2. Put it in there. Now it's up to you how many extra medical pins you want to take with you. I usually take there's 2 ways I go about it. Like if I have the medical gun, then I usually don't fuck with the crayons, and I'll just take these. So I'll put like 6 in my pocket. Because as long as you have a medical gun, you don't need the crayons, because it'll automatically, again, why do we, like, there are things that just don't make sense to be in the game. And then of course I think this is also still miscategorized as well. Oh yeah, it's 100% miscategorized. So this is another bug that hasn't been fixed, right? So those of you who've been playing long enough, you know that if you scroll down to your other tab, you'll find your medical supplies. And there they are. Right there, right? So these are still miscategorized. Still can't sell things out of your inventory. Alright, that's pretty much all there is to it. So again, and then oh yes, and then of course a stack all button hasn't been added to the game yet. Sort, well I think a sort's been added. I just haven't looked. I haven't looked to check if it's still there.
A shared space with other travelers. Remember, we're all taking this journey together.
Like pulling teeth to get these basic fucking things.
Stand clear of the doors.
I forgot to put my ammo on too.
Now arriving.
Oh, that one don't work. So that's a bug. Some of the terminals don't work, but that's minor. All right, so we want an extra round of grenade launcher ammo. We want one extra thing of medical juice. All right, so now here comes the stupid part, right? Because now we have these fucking, you know, these additional medical attachments, right? So we split that. We also put that here as well, right? So. And then we just slap these on, and yeah, we're good to go. And then take. Yeah. All right. Now we will grab some food. So far, I think this is the intended gameplay loop.
I'll be with you in a minute.
Monitor your luggage at all times. Want your company to be in good company? Our Corp's unique vertically integrated corporate parks offer amenities such as resource sharing and logistical
Alrighty then. So now we have food.
Be with you in a minute.
you can invest in.
And we can't get it here, so now we have to go back to the item kiosk, which is back yonder way. Could be another one closer, I'll find it later. Wait for it to populate. Alright then, so now we go to substance.
At all times.
Alright, so
Your safety.
this, that there. Boop. 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 And boop. Alright. And then we're going to take 2 of these and put it in our backpack just for a second, right? So now, we're going to do a little bit of testing here to see if they fix some stuff.
Integrated corporate parks offer amenities such as
Oh shit, I can't take my,
for our rental park.
okay.
Inquire to
That's fine. I'll put my ammo back up just so I can take my helmet off.
your new home.
So, welcome to problem number 1. Okay, so, alright. Of course, we're gonna sit here and be like, that's an edge case, Stefanos. No, it's not a fucking edge case. Shut your mouths. Got your edge case right here. Watch this shit.
Please be aware that while in the Stanton system and on ArcCorp,
I'm gonna show y'all what you've been waiting a fucking year for.
are still in effect.
Okay, so for those of you that have been paying attention to YouTube, this has been a bug that's been reported not just for myself, but another guy as well. We're gonna do it like that. And then,
For the latest travel information, be sure
yep.
to check the
So you can sit here and still infinitely make free food and water, or free coffee anyway. So if you look at this, it'll tell you which effects it has, right? So if you have one that has both effects, right, and you just sit there and constantly do that, right, you never have to eat, right? So there's no reason for anyone to like, I have this just for the fucking memes, guys. Like, there ain't no goddamn reason to carry food, right? If all you have to do is sit here and dupe your food and drink, right? So that's the problem. Again, like, I fail to see where the immersion and realism is in any of this. I'm just being dead ass with you guys, right? You know, I don't give a fuck what the priorities are over there at this point. It's like, you know, when you report something for a year and it's still not fixed, just enough's enough. Just enough is enough, you know? So you can still, let's see, does it look like...
Welcome to the ASOP.
Alright, so you can have all your vehicles delivered, right?
and secure. Be
It looks like I still got all of my purchased vehicles that I've gotten in game, which is nice. And of course my beloved Hangar Queen. Okay, so I guess you can spawn a ship, or you can go to your personal hangar, or you can just go to your personal hangar. Okay. Let's see what happens. Alrighty then, so here we are. The personal hangar. That's really not personal. Okay.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Alright, so we're going to request delivery for the Glaive. We're also going to request delivery for the Hornet. The A2. The Nox. Okay, so we're not gonna even touch the glaive at the moment. We're just gonna go ahead and slap up our Meta Hornet here because it's just how she rolls. Save changes and equip. That's that. And then we want to unequip all of our fucking bullshit stock missiles. Now, depending on who you listen to or what you're engaging is gonna matter for your missile rack, right? So if you're dealing with like bigger ships, for example, I would recommend using the Rattlers because when they're running away from you and they're out of nav mode, or they're in nav mode, for example, man, it's free fucking game. There is not a damn thing that they can do against you at all. Use Rattlers. But for some reason, I only have 6 of them, and I should have a lot more. So that's unfortunate for me. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna just go ahead and throw some of these EM Dominators on there, right? For targets that have lots of shields. So basically, anything that's like that doesn't have a big shield radius, for example, you'd probably want to use an IR missile because they're more than likely, you know, flaring and moving fast anyway. So theoretically, that's how it's supposed to work, right? So anyway, that's what I use. Now for this, again, depending on how the meta goes, determine whether or not I change my loadout, but since I already know that the cannons are still fucking stupid strong, I'm just gonna go ahead and just keep running the cannons because why the fuck not, right? So there you go. There's that. I'm gonna bring up our A2 here. So I never finished actually buying all of the pieces for this one. Fine. So now we're gonna start slapping on wait. I'll put the 5s on there. What am I doing? You know, I originally bought all these guns for the Hammerhead loaner that I have, but since the Hammerhead's become, you know, dog shit, so this is where I get my rhinos from too. So yeah, when it's fully crewed and you have all these ballistics firing at something, it or as many as you can have firing at something, it really does shred. But again, the strength of these ships comes down to how many people you have dedicated to sitting in those gunnery chairs, right? And the thing is that when you look at the other activities on the ship, the way that it's structured now is that, like, if you were to like have dedicated gunners and dedicated engineers, your crew count would get pretty goddamn high at that point. So I don't know a lot about how engineering is going to go in the future. So right now it's looking like, you know, either you're going to be down a gunner or 2 because of engineering problems, or you're going to have 1 or 2 people dedicated to just holding their dick 98% of the time until they get shot at. Well, Y'all have fun with that. Huh. Okay. Get my gun out in here, which is cool. Okay. Oh, you have to lower the elevator first before you can access the inventory. Why is everything so fucking massive in here? Why is everything so... Why? Guys, why? Anyway, let's keep looking around, shall we? This should be the tab where you keep your boxes, right? Supposedly somewhere in here. Well, they added the container fucking tab. Hold up. Okay. Okay, and it stubs in the back over there. Beautiful. Alright.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location. Please visit us again. Goodbye.
Lame. Man, they really fucking... Well, they changed the effect at least. away you go. Nani. Come on. Come on, come on. Crappiest portal gun ever. Barely lift a fucking book. There's just no distance on that whatsoever. Sucks. Hey, what? Well, I've seen enough of that. Hell, man. Fucking hanger noise make me goddamn paranoid and shit. Alright, well that's enough of that shit.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Let's see. Store.
Please visit us again. Bye.
So I guess in closing of all of this, the only thing I can think of is like, you know, all the base coding and all the base foundational blocks are in the game still, and all they have to do is, like I said, Bob Ross the fuck out of this place, and you'll get your goddamn Revel in York and all that stuff back eventually, right? Anyway, at least one would hope.
Vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
Otherwise, they are breaking the law. You know, you guys can sit here and say that, you know, or try to excuse the fact that CIG hasn't been able to deliver on the shit from that they've promised in the past, but no. I'm not gonna tolerate or listen to any of the excuses. I'm not gonna listen to that. I'm just simply not gonna listen to any of that stupid ass low IQ shit. There are things that CIG are legally obliged to deliver to this community. And if that interferes with your little ability to cater to the broadest audience possible, that's not a me fucking problem. That's a y'all fucking problem. Alright? So I'll see y'all later.